Hello. This is the Jalden, and I'm playing a game that I haven't played very much, and I'm, to be totally honest, I'm not very good at. This is Crusader Kings II. Um, this is an interesting game. It's basically a map, and there's different views of the map that you can look at. This is just kind of the starting page, but I'm probably going to be looking at the map mostly on this sort of view, not the terrain view, which although it looks very pretty, you can see different mountains and such. It's just not very useful for the gameplay. Whereas if you see this, you see the different political boundaries, which is a lot more useful. This will show you independent dukes, independent. I think this is counts, dukes, kings, emperors. There's only, wait, no, this is just religion. Never mind. And this is culture. But you probably don't know exactly what that means right now. So I'm not going to explain. We'll just keep it on this view for right now. I'm playing this game with a lot of DLC. I'm missing the Rajas of India. This is just the new patch that they expanded the map this far to. I don't actually have the ability to play as any of these leaders. As you see, that these leaders exist, I just can't play as them. I forget if I have the Abrahamic one. Can I play as any Jewish leader? Here, I don't think. Let's change the start date to 1066 start. This is kind of like there's a couple different starts that you can have with this. The Old Gods, which is 867. This is the oldest you can start, but like this is the only date you can't go between 867 and 1066. Whereas if you go right here, you could start at any time in between. And like the makers of this game, Paradox Interactive, have done a phenomenal job with like the history and all this. So very good job to them. There should be some Jewish rulers around here somewhere, maybe. Here, let's forward to like over here, maybe. I want to see if I'm able to play as a Jewish ruler. I am. So, is she Jewish? She's Queen of Jerusalem. But I can't see more about her. So I might have the Sons of Abraham DLC downloaded. I forgot if I bought that or not. That's mostly what I was trying to do. We're gonna start in 1066. This is kind of the normal start. I also have the Old Gods downloaded, and the Muslim pack invaded, the Sword of Islam, I believe it's called. I do not have Sunset Invasion, so that gives you a picture of where I'm at. We need to decide who to play as. Now, we could play as France, or more specifically Norman. Well, we could play as Normandy, which is a bit more. We don't want to do this one. We could play as Normandy, which is a fun guy to play as. Take over England. Could play as Ireland, which is a whole bunch of independent counts at this state. We could play as someone in Spain, try to take over some of this land back, and that's been taken over by the Islam. For this playthrough, I want to play a Western European power. I could play as the Swiss. I'm not sure I will, though. Denmark might be fun. I think I'm going to start out on Ireland, go back to my Irish roots. We'll just go with the easiest one on Ireland, because that might be a little bit better. Oh, it makes music. Yeah, just go see that. It sounds very nice. I never noticed that before. Got my cup of tea right next to me. This difficulty doesn't really mean much. The fact that this guy is less is because he owns two counties, which it does make things a little bit easier, but It by no means guarantees anything. I could also play as Scotland. That might be fun. But Scotland at this point is even... it's hard to play as. I've tried playing them before. It's deceptive, like how easy it says some of these guys are. It isn't. It isn't that easy. Because you have Norway over here, you have an independent kingdom over here. I'm not sure what kingdom it is. Soyera, yeah. That's in England to the south. It's not very fun, whereas with Ireland you mostly keep to yourself. English are involved with the war against the Normandy king and the Norse guy, Haralde. I'm going to destroy all the names over here. So, let's see. I think I'm going to start out as one of the younger characters here. Probably Breffni, because there's a good room to expand. So we'll start out as this Breffni guy. Finally, we're getting in. Here, I'm going to start my watch. Just to time how long I've been playing. I probably ought to have been going about 10 minutes just getting this introduction sorted out. I'm really playing off the seat of my pants, which if you don't know my videos, that's just the way I play. So let's check ourselves out. We are Earl Aid of Breffni. Let's check out our stats. We got good martial, that's good. So we could probably lead an army pretty well. Do we have any de jure claims anywhere? I'm not sure how to check that out. De jure claims. It looks like it's just here. So that means I'm going to have to fabricate claims somewhere else. Am I married? I'm not married. So let's choose the ambition to get married. Okay, and we'll look for a wife somewhere. And we want to choose a trait that will complement our own. Right now our diplomacy is pretty terrible, so let's look for someone who is good with that. Let's see if we can marry her. Oh, we can. Excellent. And we both get prestige, so it will work out pretty well. Let's do it. Awesome. You can see right here the time is paused. I have a bit of gold in my treasury. I also want to check out a few more things. What is my military? This is kind of your main area that you manipulate. You don't really... You play as a character, but the most of your character that you ever get to see is this portrait here. Okay, so I could raise 1,000 troops of my own, and from my vassals, 37 troops. That's all coming from this city guy right here. This bishopric is not giving me anything, probably because my laws... no. I think it's just that this guy doesn't like me that much. He probably has a higher opinion of the Pope than me, and because of that he won't give me any of his troops. Or it might just be that he doesn't have any. Yeah, he could provide 200 troops to me. He just decides not to. And this guy could provide a bit more to me. He just also doesn't like me, and also the laws right here. So feudal levies, I mean, I don't really have too many people under me. Let's see, does he like me enough? And they don't like me that much, so I'll probably just try to keep on their good side. Yeah, right here, it shows you his opinion of the Pope, which is huge, and his opinion of me. So we're just going to keep on his good side. Oh, he's my Chancellor. Come on. Alright, but whatever. What we're going to do, this is our counselors. These are basically our arms. They really do stuff. So, our marshal is also our heir. I think. Yeah. Like they have options, so we can... I'll just have them suppress revolts here in Breath. Oh, I don't want him to do that. I meant to train troops. I could change that again pretty soon. Here, but we're going to want to fabricate claims somewhere so we can invade. Right now, I don't think we have a casus belli to Yeah, if we switch to this view, we can show areas where we can declare war on. They are in yellow. So I could, for instance, oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to fabricate claims here because I'm not going to be able to do anything. I could right-click him, go to character. No, I don't want to. I want to click here. Like I said, I'm not very good at this game. Let's go to Sweden. How do I declare war on you? Diplomacy? Declare war. Yeah, I can do an embargo war right here. I'm not going to do that, though. That's from clicking this. I could also click E, I think, and show the same thing. I think it's because these are republics. Venice and Genoa and all these other guys are also that way. I can embargo them. Once again, I'm not going to do it, so... we're already not starting out too well. I'm misclicking, and it's not too great. I guess we're just gonna collect taxes here, scheme in the capital, just to make sure no one kills me, and we'll research cultural tech. This isn't a tutorial series. I'm not good at this series. I recommend watching someone else like Arumba. He's probably the person I watch most on this game. Alright, so let's get this started. When can we move these guys? 2067, so in about 6 months. We'll do that. Time's ticking by pretty slowly, and since we can't do much, I'll just kick it up to like speed 4. Ah, we got stuff going on. Ah, yes, we're getting married. What can I do? We could get more gold, or we could get prestige. Prestige in this game works kind of like your overall points. When you die, you don't just end the game when you die. You move on to your son. So that's why it's very important to have weddings, to have sons. Well, not necessarily your son. You move on to your heir, which could also be a daughter if you don't have any sons. So we've gotten married, and we can collect royal aid, or we can get prestige. Prestige is kind of like political points, I guess. They allow you to do some things. If you have a lot of prestige, people like you. Money can buy you people. I don't have very much money right now. If we look at our county, you can see, well, there's probably some way to figure out how much money we're making. I don't know right now. Once again, I'm not very good at this game. I'm going to emphasize that a lot during this playthrough. I'm going to do a lot of things wrong. Wealth. What's our wealth? Okay, we're getting $1.57 a game, or I don't know what these are called. I think they're ducats. Oh, a ducat 57 a month. So that's about 24 per year. No, 18 per year, I think. That's not very much. So I think, do we take the gold or the prestige? Prestige is important too. I'm gonna take the prestige. And we're just gonna fast forward. Oh, another thing. We got married. Good. I fulfilled my ambition. That means I can choose another ambition. Should we amass wealth? You could probably wind up doing this, but it'd be hard. We just have to kind of sit on it for a while. Exalted among men will be difficult. The easiest one of these to choose, I think, would just to have a son. Become King of Ireland. I think that'll have to be a job for my heir. We're going to have to grow slowly through this. So I want to have a son, and that's going to be my ambition, and I'm just going to sit on it for a while. And then maybe after that happens, we'll see what else we can do. And okay. Oh, no, we're gonna let it go. We don't want that. So basically, we just get some free piety. That's this point's right here, and that lets us do some stuff like execute people, maybe. I'm not sure if Catholics can execute people. Maybe that's only pagans. I want you to come back, people. I misclicked. You don't need to be there. Oh, I'm not advancing in time. We should do that. One thing we could be doing, I'm just gonna let time go, is if we look at intrigue, we could choose to do something like hold a feast, for instance. But this is pretty expensive, and I don't have very many vassals that I need to please. Well, I do have vassals that I need to please. I just don't have very many. I'd rather wait for that. What else could we do? We could borrow money from the Jews. We don't need to do that. We could get rid of the Jews, but if we do that, then we can't borrow money from them. What we could do is borrow the money and then expel the Jews, and then that will like decrease our diplomacy, but then that's just free money. It's basically, hey, do you want 300 gold for that? But we're just gonna sit on that for a while. I don't have any plots available, unfortunately. There's nothing really interesting is happening. I have this game auto-saving at the beginning of every year, so we're just advancing in time. Let's just fast forward until May, I think it was. April, May. Okay, there we go. We could probably move our guys back. Yes, we can. Let's fabricate claims. Where do we want... Ooh, these have some nasty stuff over them. That might mean that they're pretty weak. But I don't wanna have my bishop dead. How about we fabricate a claim on... well, let's not do this yet. Let's make sure we're not... let's make sure we have this guy unselected. We could improve diplomatic relations, or we could so descent. Let's just fabricate claims here for now. Let's see, what's his army size? Can it tell us? I'm not sure if there's any way to see what it is. Let's take a look at some of our traits, though, while we're going. We're going to decrease the speed a little bit. Oh, wait, and I also wanted to... we're going to train troops in the capital. We could research tech, but technology in this game isn't... I don't find it sufficiently important to really care about. It's just something that really happens on its own. Now, when we get something else. We have an unmarried heir. Oh, that's all right. So who should we marry you off to? We should probably marry him off to an unwedded daughter of one of these guys. So, oh wait, yeah. So we could have a claim on that area, perhaps. Let's take a look at this guy. He has 2 male children. How about you? 2 male children. And you? No. Does anyone have daughters here? How about you? Daughters? No. Everyone just has boys. That's disappointing. And they're all ugly redhead children. Olav, is that a boy? It's probably a boy. It says wife right next to it, so I'm assuming male. How about you? Boy. You? No children. Who's your heir then? Who's this guy? He has a strong claim. I don't think he's landed though. Yeah, he has no titles. He doesn't like me very much. I plot to kill him. I don't think we need to though. So we can't marry this guy off, our heir off, to anyone special. But wait, who is our heir anyways? How are you related to us? He might not be. This is me. I am Errol Aid of Breffni. Even though he looks a lot like me, I don't think... Yeah, so I don't care about you. I'm probably not going to wind up playing as you. This is just some random guy. He has no title. Let's marry him off. Well, just in case we have to wind up playing as him, let's marry him off to someone fairly good. but not too good, right? Well, how about 15-year-old who's lustful? All right, a deceitful wife. Yeah, if he has any claim to my seat, we could probably want to get him killed. We'll choose her. There we go. Okay, so that's probably enough for this episode. We got married, and I'm gonna stop it right here because I've been going for a little while. This game takes a little while to get going, but we'll see how it continues. Till next time, bye.